new show tonight, and we are here live on the Full Follow YouTube channel to bring you the Scott Your Engines show presented by Full Throttle YouTube. How you doing tonight? My name's JP, aka Justin. He is Seth. We're here to talk to you guys about all things racing. So where do we want to start, Seth?
Let's get it going. What's kind of some things you want to talk about today, Justin?
Um, you know, Daytona was a good good race. Um, uh, we both watched it together. I think we both were on the edge of our seats the whole time, and you know, what was your opinion sitting here interacting with me watching a race?
Of course. Justin and I watched the race together. Thank you for the invite to go over there with him, and be able to watch it with him and his family. But if you're gonna talk about the race, I think the race was really entertaining, right? There was a lot of passing. There was a lot of course, there's passing, but just kind of stuff like that. And if you were gonna ask me whether Ryan Blaney was gonna win that race, I would have never guessed it. I would love to see what position he was in, like five to go, right? And then he somehow manages it. So the Alex Bowman camp was definitely excited to hear that, to see that Ryan Blaney won. So it was all good together, and it was nice watching with a really good friend of mine.
Yeah. Um. So, Seth, believe it or not, um, we have a giveaway going on,
Yeah,
don't we?
yeah. I heard about the whole giveaway thing. I think everyone that's subscribed to the channel should definitely look at that. It's a car of a lifetime, right? Daniel Suarez, amazing driver. Been able to watch him for a long time. I think it's a great opportunity for someone to get a really good collector's item in their collection.
Yeah. Um. So I see we have people joining in. So let's start the conversation with what do you guys want to see from us? Um, I I really want to hear on a couple different things tonight. What do you think of the young racer um in the 88 car for Union Motorsports, Connor George, Seth?
Yeah, Connor Zelich. Oh my goodness. Obviously everyone knows I'm a Ty Gibbs fan, right? And Ty Gibbs was very, very similar to Connor Zelich, right? When you look at the Xfinity group of his, and I can't believe it that Connor Zelich actually is running better than Ty Gibbs is, or Ty Gibbs did. So, it's just the amount of equipment that kid has is insane. I think he's a very, very talented driver. I think that's gonna be really dangerous, right? Junior Motorsports plus a really young, talented driver. Yeah, he's gonna be really good. So Connor Zilla just when he doesn't hurt himself by tripping and falling at the Glen, he he he's a very talented driver. He's very smart. So um I think Cars Dulwich is going to be an amazing driver of the sport, and I'm actually happy to have him because he's so fun to watch.
So, Seth, let's you pick something to dive into now.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of the things that we could talk about is the what the what are we expecting from Darlington, right? And I think Darlington is a very, very interesting track. I think it's more of a wild card than Daytona is. So um, we could talk about kind of what your expectations for the race is and who your
Yeah.
projected winner is, and then we'll debate about it. So what do you think, Justin?
So I I said it on the lap down the other night, but um I think that the lap down um guys and I were debating this very thing, and I killed Kyle Lawson, and I'm sticking my gut. Kyle Lawson is going to win Sunday night at Darlington.
Oh man, I couldn't agree more with that. You know, I was if I were looking at drivers, I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to be a very big threat this weekend. You know, my the person that I really thought was going to do really good is going to be William Byron. I think William Byron knows how to get around there very, very well, and I think he's going to get revenge for losing a couple years back by Joey Logano's bumper. So I think it's Jim Hendrick Motorsports, Hendrick Motorsports Group, really doing well this weekend.
So, so let's dive in to a little bit of n- news. Uh, I I found out just before coming on that one of the cook drivers is not going to be competing in the cook race this weekend, which is unfortunate because I do believe they begin their playoffs or close to it.
I cannot. I haven't heard the news. So who's out?
A cook driver.
Oh,
Um
a truck driver.
so um but no, getting back to the cup race, I really expect the five to have a good race. Like I said, I expect the nine to have a decent race as well.
Man, really? You're gonna think that Chase Elliott's gonna do good? I wonder why you're thinking that. But I really hope that every Hendrick driver does pretty good this weekend. I think that they're gonna be very talented and very fun to watch. And it's nice that it's Labor Day weekend, so I get to hang out on a Sunday night and not worry about waking up early Monday morning. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good race, and I'm really excited to see how it transpires. Hopefully, someone can get in there and mess it up. I'm actually for a person going in there that isn't in the championship to really mess stuff up, and I think that is very that could actually happen this weekend.
Yeah. So tell me, who is that person that you think can go in and match up everybody's apple cart, so to speak?
Yeah, you know, obviously I gotta say Ty, but I'm being realistic here, right? And I think a driver that may really mess stuff up is anybody from RFK. I think Rouse Fenway Kozlowski is going to be really good this weekend because it's just a feeling that I have. So I think Ryan Priest, Brad Kozlowski, even Chris Buescher, I think knows how to get around there. Obviously Chase Briscoe, he knows how to get around there as well. Um, it's just kind of what goes on, and I think Cole Custer's got an opportunity. I said Chase Briscoe. Briscoe's in, so I apologize about that. But I think Cole Custer, anybody like is a part of RFK and Stuart Haas have a really good chance to make a make a difference this weekend.
Yeah, I wanted to give Cole Custer some love if we could. That boy really impressed me this weekend.
Yeah.
Um Finishing I believe third when we looked at the finish order on Saturday night. Man, what a run by him, and he almost won his way into the playoffs for the Hot Factory team, who hasn't so very much speed all year long.
Yeah,
That's
I think that they have really good talent, and I think Cole Custer's got it. I think that it's just kind of getting um equipment all set up, and I think if you got equipment set up as well as him, I think that he's going to do really good. Another driver I want to point out from Daytona, holy macaroni, was Justin Haley. Um, Justin Haley really showed up. He definitely could have won that race. I was actually rooting for Justin Haley at the end, and unfortunately, Ryan Blaney had to go and spoil the party for everybody. But um, if it's going to be any Cup driver to win that race, I'm happy that it was him.
yeah. So, guys in the chat, who were you happy to see have a good run to Saturday night? While you guys contemplate that question, we'll move on to uh this a fun topic. So Seth, you say you love NASCAR.
Of course,
So of course. So my my g- my favorite play-by-play booth from TV is Dale Walter, Mike Joy, and Larry McReynolds. How about for you?
I think that that group is the best. Because they know how to really make it pop for everybody. I think Leah Diffie is really, really good. I think that she's a really good announcer. He gets people kind of excited about what's happening on the racetrack because he can speak. Rick Allen, I'm not gonna harp on him. He just couldn't speak. He'd be in the race or watching it, and he just would stutter his words. He has no idea kind of what's going on the racetrack, and I was so confused. It was like the master of the obvious. Like we know what's going on. We don't need to be shown it unless in other ways. But I'm not trying to bash anybody. This is all a really safe space. But to talk about racing. But if you're gonna look at like back then, I was a big Alan Bestwick fan. Huge because he really knew how to speak to the races. He knew how to get to the fans in a way that made it exciting for everybody. And I think that's the closest you get to that is with the Fox group, and I think that everybody in the Fox group is really, really good.
Yeah, that's a great segue for what I want to talk about next. Have you seen the Alan Bestwick interview we did on this channel? Oh God, it's been probably almost 6 months to a year ago now. It feels
No,
like.
I'll need to go through there and watch it because I'm a huge fan of Alan Bestwick, and he really made it fun for my childhood to watch the sport that I love. So I'm definitely gonna check that out on your channel.
Yeah. Um. So what? I mean, what type of racing do you expect during the playoffs? Who who do you have your eye on if it's not sorry about your leg, but Ty Gibbs, if it's not Ty Gibbs, like it's not going to be.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think Ty has a chance this year. Unfortunately, I would really love for him to prove me wrong, but I don't really see him running fast enough to be able to do it during the playoffs. Because obviously, as a driver, you want to race clean around all the other 16 drivers, right? So even if he really wants to go for the win, you kind of want to be safe and not get yourself into any conflict. But when you're looking at like what's expected for this first round, I think it's all kind of a unique tracks, right? You know, you got Gateway, you got Bristol, and then you got Darlington. So you're looking at like a good amount of different variety of tracks. So I think that the battles are going to be really good. I think Darlington's going to be a little bit more spread out. Um, and I think that you just kind of gotta. I think these three tracks are really gonna put for restarts. I think you need to be really good at restarts, getting yourself in the position, getting yourself the track position. Um, I think anyone from Hendrick is really good with that. They're really good at clutching down. I think Denny Hamlin, hate to say it, but I think Denny's gonna do really really well in this round because he could definitely win all three of these things. So I hope not. Please don't do that. But I think that Denny's really really talented and he can win at any variety of these tracks.
yeah. So my thought process is I think Chase Elliott's going to do pretty well in the first round, but he's not my championship pick. My championship pick may shock everyone and get the other night on the lap down, but Shane Van Gisbergen will win the title. Um, and I just, you know, I love Case. Case is number one. That's why we wear our hats for our favorite drivers. Um, but when you look at saying what he's done this year, there's no denying he is getting better.
Yeah, I think Shane he needs a little bit more. Um, he needs a little bit more practice and a little bit more speed on some certain tracks, especially the ovals, right? Um, I wouldn't jump the gun and say that he's gonna win the championship, okay? Because I think that he's gonna do decent when it comes to road courses, which honestly there's only one, which is the Roval, right? And I think that that's his only shot to actually get a win in this tournament or this chase. Because when it comes down to it, these guys are gonna be really talented at all of these tracks because they've been preparing for it as well as they can. Um, and they've experienced it. So I think that if he could survive these next three races, I think he's got a good shot at moving forward. But these next three races in this first round is going to be really tough for him. Like Bristol, I don't think he's going to do very well because those guys are really talented when it comes to Bristol. I think worldwide, I think it's a unique setup. So I think that he's going to be interesting to watch. If he could stay up front for the first round, he can go a little bit further, but I definitely wouldn't make him a championship pick. But you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I I am my favorite drivers, but I also am a believer in the underdog.
Mhm. And believe me, I'm a believer in him as well. I want him to succeed. I want SVG to succeed. It's just if you're looking at kind of what he can do, I think he's gotten a lot better. But
Yeah.
when it comes down to where we're at in the playoffs, I don't think that he's had enough oval experience to really put him well above others in the group.
Yeah. So let's read some of what people are saying in the chat here. Um, see anything good?
Drew, I do not play Fortnite. I'm not a big Fortnite player, but and yes, Blue Squid, I do have a neck, and I could show you, and I could prove to you that Justin has a neck too. So let's try to not be like that. This is all a safe space. Let's not judge others or have things like that to be said. But if you're looking at like racing talk, we're more than willing to talk about racing and what needs to be done and I love Justin's answers and his opinions, and I'm sure he likes mine too. So if you guys got any questions, please please write them down, and we can discuss them.
Yeah. Um, thank you for that, Seth. Um, I, you know, um, you know, this is all trial and error and stuff, and we will get better. So, just please bear with us as we learn each other and learn how we tick together uh, by doing this. Uh, this is week 1 of several weeks. We plan on doing this,
Yeah,
but
yeah. So there's no denying me that Justin and I are gonna click together on this show. We both have really good knowledge in NASCAR, good knowledge in racing, any type of racing. If you were to ask any of us about it, we would definitely give our insights. And I think that he's way more of a racing fan than I'll ever be. But I'm happy to be on here and give my insights. And believe me, I'm a racing fan myself. But Justin's huge in racing; he loves it. And you can just see the passion that he has for it. And I'm very blessed to be there alongside him. And hopefully we can keep this going for a long time to come.
yeah. So let's talk about let's get the schedule release. Most proud I am on NASCAR. It's going back to Homestead.
Love it, love it, love it. I cannot express how much I love it. Homestead is a very unique racetrack, right? It's different than other intermediates, right? It's a bunch of wall riding and bottom feeders on the low line, so it's a very unique layout for a racetrack. And to be watching let's go back to the roots of NASCAR when we used to do championship races in Homestead. I cannot be more excited because I was very upset that they brought it to Phoenix, and I'm so glad they're bringing it back.
Yeah, so glad. So,
That's like 50% of my wish list, by the way. If NASCAR hears
y-
this, what on earth are we doing for All Star Race weekend? Dover?
y-
Dover? Why? Okay, I'm gonna lay this out for you. So Dover being a concrete track, right?
yeah,
It needs grip. It needs rubber, and it takes forever to get rubber inside the track to seep, into the concrete. And they are doing these small segments. You can't get rubber onto the track at all because you're just doing short segments. I would be really, really, really impressed if that actually works out. And by the way, All Star Race night should always be at night, and Dover doesn't have lights. So it's gonna be a day race. NASCAR, please bring it back to Charlotte. Let's do a Charlotte race. It's a mile and a half. The mile and a half is gonna be perfect for the next gen car, which I am not a big fan of. And I'm going to say that every week on this
Yeah,
show. But bring it back to Charlotte, bring it back to the roots, then I'll be happy. And I think a lot of people in the sport are going to be happy, including the guy virtually sitting next to me.
yeah. Um, while we're on the topic of the All-Star race, the format has not been announced. Um, and and I am in high anticipation for that announcement.
Oh, 100%. I think we're going to look at Dover, and, if we're going to be silly enough to bring it to Dover, I think that with 10 to go, we should just flop the field. The leader is now in the back. If we're going to make unnecessary changes to the schedule, I think that they should just flop everybody. So the leader with 20 to go gets brought to the back. If he can make it to 10th or higher, he wins. If we're not gonna think about realistic racetracks, but I mean, like I'm said, I'm optimistic and I hope it works out great. But Justin and I we love old school NASCAR. That's what we grew up in, right? We grew up with the old school NASCAR format. I want us to bring in these younger audiences. I want that to happen. I do. But there needs to be a better way of doing it. And as well as just keep it regular. Keep it. I'm not going to say the same. Bring in new tracks, right? I'm an advocate for road courses. I love road courses. So even Road America being brought in would be awesome. But we don't need the vast changes because all we're doing at this point is confusing the new NASCAR group.
Yeah. And so with that, um, I want to make it be known that, like we said in the beginning, so we are doing a giveaway. Like, subscribe to the channel. All the all the guidelines are on the channel. I forgot to mention that earlier when I brought it up earlier. Um, and you know, um, thank you for Seth and I want to thank you because I know there is a lot of things you could be doing on a Thursday night, getting ready for bed, getting ready for Friday, and getting
Probably out
ready.
enjoying. Probably sorry, Justin. Probably out enjoying the first day of college football. That starts today. Nebraska is playing tonight. I can't remember who they're playing, but um, yeah. And when we're talking about the giveaway stuff, he made that accessible to everybody. And for the
Yeah,
fact of Justin's fans and the people that are supporting this group, I want to withdraw my entry. I think that if we're looking at who all the fans and everyone that deserve it that check in on this all the time on his channel, I want to withdraw my entry into that giveaway so that one lucky fan can do it, not someone that's affiliated. So please I encourage you to sign up and enter a giveaway because, like I said, that is a very rare car, and everyone would be lucky to be able to do it. Please share this. Share this out to your friends. Share it out to everybody that's racing friends. Anyone that you enjoy watching NASCAR, eating popcorn together, ballroom dancing, whatever. Just do it, right? Because this is all just a safe space, and I think that Justin is just an amazing guy that should have a large amount of an audience, and I'm glad to be here with them as he continues to grow. But definitely look at the giveaway. Even if I don't approve of the driver, it is an amazing opportunity to win an amazing collector's item for your collection.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I nailed that.
Oh man, you. Uh,
Ballroom dancer. Oh,
so,
we accept everybody. We accept everybody.
yeah. Um. On that note, uh, we have reached the telling of the show. Unless there are comments that you want us to get into before we close out the show, join us next week on JP's Full Follow YouTube channel for Scott Your Engines. I'm Seth. He's Seth. I'm
Okay.
Justin. Good
All
night,
right. Thank you for an
everyone.
amazing episode. It's great as always, Justin. I appreciate you, and can't wait to talk about Darlington this week or watch Darlington this week and give some input on what we have to store for the race. So,
Yes. Yes. Very much so. Good night, everyone.
night.